Lights Out TV welcomes two-time world champion Nonito Filipino Flash Donaire. What's the good word, champ?
Right now, we're just training really hard. I have pretty good sparring this time. So, we're really prepared, and we're ready to bring our A game for February 13th.
So, Nonito, as you mentioned, on February 13th at the Hilton in Las Vegas, you have a fight scheduled against Gerson Guerrero. Can you tell the fans a little bit about this fight and what's on the line as far as titles, like what belts you guys are fighting for and what's going on?
I'll be fighting Gerson Guerrero. He's a very tough fighter, a very strong fighter actually. He's one of the knockout artists supposedly. So, but I get ahead of that and just work hard and try to avoid all his punches. That's the game plan. We're fighting for the WBA interim champion. I'm defending the belt, and it's actually a Pinoy Power 3 and Latin Fury 13 put together. So there'll be a lot of it's a lot of Filipino fighters as well as Latino fighters going to fight for this fight. I'm going to be headlining the card with Gerson Guerrero, and then the semi-main event is Jerry Peñalosa versus Morel. I forget his name. From Puerto Rico.
Right. So this
Eric Morel. Eric Morel from Puerto Rico.
Right. So this fight is brought to us by Top Rank, your promoter. Can you tell us a little bit about that relationship and how that's going?
So far, it's been well. I mean, they've given me fights, and they're setting me up with good fighters like Montiel to the post. It's me and Montiel, so they're maybe planning to make that fight happen for me. But they have good fighters in Top Rank, so far they've been really good to me, and they've given me good fights, so I'm happy with it.
Right on. So how's training camp going, and who have you been sparring with?
I've been sparring with up-and-comer guys. They're really good fighters. We got Randy Caballero, a standout amateur fighter.
Nice.
And we got Eric Manriquez and my guy Bruno Escalante. So, I've been going a few rounds with them all, and they're bringing up the youth back in me again. So, they're bringing up my speed, they're bringing up my head movement and everything that I've forgotten a few years back. So,
right.
I've learned a lot from these guys already as we go to get ready.
So Manny Pacquiao's one of the biggest boxing stars. You're right there, and there's a lot of Filipino, boxers that are making a name for themselves. What could you tell us about those fighters that come from the Philippines and their chances to live their American dream and become world champion? Can you tell us a little bit about that scenario?
Well, it's everybody's dream to be a world champion, but it's harder because in the Philippines, a lot of the fighters come from nothing. Their hope is everything in boxing. Their lives is boxing and everything else. And so when they make out here, try to do their best, and what Pacquiao has done is a big inspiration to a lot of Filipino fighters. And it's not just that. I mean, anybody from different countries can have the same inspiration from gaining things. So it's a great inspiration.
Okay, before I get to my next question, can you tell Lights Out TV about that devastating KO you had over Victor Archanian? Can you run us through the moments before that punch, how it was all set up? Because that was one of the most remarkable punches in boxing history. You just want to get your thoughts on how it was set up and what you saw to land that punch.
I've worked on that before the fight. We worked on it. My team worked on it, and we knew it was going to come. We just needed the timing and the distance for it. I heard him a few times in the third round, and it was working. And then in the fifth round, that's when we had it perfectly timed when he ran into it. We worked on that fight. But going to the fight, the guy was just full of himself. He was a jerk, in a sense, and he didn't respect anybody around him. And so I was more angry into that fight, and I wanted to just take him out, and didn't have anything else in mind but to knock him out, and I told everybody